Apatosaurus, so I'm sure.
Yippee!
Procetus. I don't even think it.
If you T-Rex, you must use Google Scholar because I already found 2 specimens.
My God, that's abysmal. Like, it doesn't even have its own Wikipedia article.
It's that is most fossil taxa.
I mean, I guess. I'm just flattered how it even made it this far in the first place, actually.
Doop 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 doop.
Oh, lovely screenshot you have on stream right now.
Only the best.
Aberrantologist and Raven are raising their hands.
What? Impossible.
Raven made it in time.
Nice, nice. Hello there.
Impossible.
I mean, you mentioned that you might be late.
Oh, that's because you told me a lie and said that stream was starting in less than an hour. So
Yeah, JW. Yeah, JW.
That was Dilo. That was Dilo. Why are you saying that I lied?
That was you, dude. That was you. You lied. That's what liars say.
Also,
one y'all lied.
Yeah.
I see Lodosaurus has gotten quite a few votes.
Indeed.
And Aberrantologist is here. Hi.
Hey, Dilo. Big help from Mosasaur, Dilo.
Yeah, it's not winning because I can't have nice things in life.
I voted for the Mosasaur. If it makes you feel better.
I mean, I appreciate the thought.
I couldn't vote for anything because I had to kill things in Lemuria.
Bro.
Good. Actually,
Just say that.
The
say
carnage.
That as if you don't love to do that.
We waded through rivers of blood.
We were just busy. That doesn't mean Yash didn't enjoy it.
Are the Noasaurs okay? Are they safe?
Sure.
You will have to wait. Okay, let's have a look what people voted on here. I think Metriacanthosaurus. No, Metriacanthosaurus is not at the top. Anything over 31? No, I think that's our number one indeed with Lotosaurus. After that, Metriacanthosaurus.
This funky thing. Yeah, what the hell?
And a tie between these guys here. Pterocetus. And, oh, nearly all in a row this time. Number 4, Celestiventus. One of the cooler Jurassic pterosaurs.
Oh, yeah, was it the one that was featured in the dinosaurs?
Indeed.
Which I have not seen yet.
Don't worry, we won't spoil it.
Thank you. I'm gonna watch it this weekend with my husband.
Ooh,
I think it's pretty good.
I haven't seen the new Prehistoric Planet yet either. I don't have Apple Plus anymore.
Oh, damn.
It's something.
My mind is kind of blank right now. Okay. We should start with collecting stuff, and I should make Discord chat visible. There you go, Lotusaurus coming in. That thing is unfortunately extremely understudied.
Yeah, I was gonna say we have no clue if this is actually 100% accurate with like the I guess proportions because
God.
it's a bone bed taxa that it has no good skeletal diagrams.
Yeah, there is a lot of material.
Yeah, it's a massive bone bed.
Unfortunately, yeah.
let me-
Yeah.
Let me grab an image of the bone bed because they have a nice quarry map.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, it's.
I'm not
it's
sure
nice.
I've ever seen that. You do that. I will
this-
get something to drink in the meantime, and more people can come in.
This is the quarry map.
This looks like if you ask somebody, draw a dinosaur, any dinosaur, just on the spot, and like this is what they would draw.
I mean, yeah, that's Poposauroids a lot of the time.
Yeah. They do look like
Yeah.
the very wrong dinosaur toy made in China.
I kind of
Wonder
wonder
Random
for that.
unlabeled dinosaur toy.
I wonder where it's from.
This thing was plantigrade on all 4 feet. Oh my god, what a weirdo.
I don't think we 100% know that. I'm gonna be honest, this thing is so understudied. I mean, the whole thing with how Poposauroids stood in general has barely been studied.
That just looks wrong, like it's missing half its leg, you know?
It would be very nice if we had more ideal references.
I'm trying to get the description paper because I know that it might be on Sci-Hub. I know that I've seen the paper before. Where did I see it? Where did I see it?
I mean, should we use like for as far as like general body proportions? Do we use like any other Poposaurids?
No, this thing is so different than everything
Yeah.
else.
Oh, we can't do. Oh, okay,
No, no, no.
we can't weasel our way out of here. Oh,
I'm trying
great.
to find the description paper somewhere. Because I know that I've seen it before.
What the hell, sure.
Oh, wait. No. It was a Bionames URL. I found an image. I found a Bionames link.
Poposaurus, Coelosuchus. Oh, it's its own thing.
Yeah.
Incredible,
Yeah,
dude.
it's not really been studied since the original description.
Incredible. Oh dear. I'm just gonna do a pencil sketch. I have a charcoal pencil. I want to use my charcoal pencils.
But yeah, I don't even know if the original description is even visually available anymore.
From 75. Yeah.
Yeah, I found it once, and I even found the link to it.
So this looks like a medium-sized animal. Is that correct?
Probably.
I'm
None of
back.
these have scale bars.
Yeah, no, if I remember correctly, Lotusaurus is like 2 meters long.
Okay.
Something. I found.
So a
only-
very big dog.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if I
Bigger
can
than a
find
dog. Oh, I see. Okay.
any official diagrams of it, like in papers. I literally just think it's in the description.
Yeah, there isn't much. Unfortunately. Not many people have attempted to reconstruct this guy either.
I'd say more than the average, absolutely random thing. But yeah. We know it lived in herds. That's about it, I would say.
Or it was at least common enough to be preserved like this.
Oh, I mean, I don't know how else you would get a bone bed like that.
I mean, do we have the stratigraphy of the site?
There's a whole taphonomy paper on it. I can check.
Ah.
I'm pretty sure it's
Well,
all
no,
on
then in that
stratigraphic
case,
level.
yeah.
Yeah, no, that is the old, like, yeah. Bone. Yeah, 1,000 new bones.
Yeah, because like I remember like talking with Michael about localities like that. Doesn't always need to be that these things just live together. It can just be that there was a reasons why they all came together here without living together.
Yeah. Modified floodplain pond bones lack evidence of tooth marks, trample marks, or insect modification, and display minimal weathering. Semi-arid subtropical region. Pretty sure that this might be the only thing from the formation outside of like bivalves.
Yeah,
I can check that though.
nothing for the wheel.
Oh, it's been turned into a group.
Oh joy.
So do we even
there is
dare draw
something
this
else.
thing?
There is something else from here. Unanosuchus
Hmm.
is the only, which is Mastodontosaurid.
What did you say, Antariana?
So do we even dare draw this thing?
Well, we have substantial remains. Yeah. It's not a nomen
I mean,
dubium.
substantial remains, but no good references outside of museum mounts.
That is true for like a bunch of different things we have done before. So.
Yeah.
Foreshortening gonna go clutch here.
There's so much worse.
Yeah, but it's also so much better.
True.
Yeah, I wish that paper was still available. I mean, it just shows more views of the skull from what I remember.
Okay. I think we're good to go.
Let me open up Clip Studio then. Yeah, this goes without saying, but it was had a beak probably.
Okay, cool. I'm sure that's like convergent or no,
Oh, fuck.
I don't know. Well, is it convergent among Archosauria, or is it like?
What do you mean?
I mean, yeah, something like Proposaurids and like birds having beaks and stuff.
I mean,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, these are Pseudoseuchians.
Okay, cool.
Also, these are earliest, or not earliest, but these are Triassic.
I mean, I can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like a poposaur, and it's on the side of the herbivorous side of the clade, but it's also not bipedal.
Yeah, it's like sister to Silasukhids.
it's interesting.
I swear to God, it's like it kind of feels like Spike from The Land Before Time, actually.
Yes, yes.
True,
bit.
true. Now that you mention it,
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It is totally giving Spike.
Actually, if The Land Before Time took place in the Triassic, this would definitely be Spike.
yeah, to get Shringosaurus for Sarah.
I think one of the reasons Spike was so dopey is that was after effects from the time travel, from being stuck in the egg since, the Jurassic period.
Yeah. Cheese serrato, no flesh lips, beak, all beak.
Yeah, this thing had 0 teeth. It sort
Yep.
of needs beak.
Yep. Skull is a little bit stegosaur-like, a little bit. It's hard to explain. But yeah, herbivorous and beaked is best explanation for what you see here. Okay, let us start with Lotosaurus, one of these Triassic freaks that pop up like every few weeks, it seems. And unfortunately are way too understudied. Let's start in 1, 2, 3, go.
Sort of like if you hit a Stegosaurus with a frying pan.
Yeah, a little.
In a
Instead of
frying
plates, you
pan.
have like a low slung sail.
Oh, great.
The orbit is the last Fenestra on the.
No.
No, it's the second to last. Oh my God! What?
Yeah. I mean, it's a reptile. It's a diapsid.
Oh, I'm used
Wait.
to. I'm used to it like the diapsid condition having more of
Okay.
an indent to it. So. Okay, eyes are more forward than you think. Wow. All right.
How many toes would it have from the on his hind legs?
I think both would be 5.
Okay,
Right.
and
I think so. Actually, let me check. Yeah, no. Like as a Purposaurus also have 5.
Yeah, these guys
Okay.
are super basal, so I didn't know if they convergently lost it or something.
Yeah. Actually, let me check. The fifth toe would be probably reduced somewhat. The outermost, I would guess. It's so often the case with Pseudotsuchians.
Yeah. We also have no clue how thick the quote unquote sail would be, so.
Yeah. I mean, looking at this thing, it looks less like a sail and more like a hump. Honestly, it looks quite bison-like. No evidence of osteoderms. That is important. So it's...
Yeah, no.
Why is my phone so loud? Fuck.
I remember right, Poposauroids are, I think, the one Pseudotsuchian group that lacks them.
Yeah.
I wish for a fish. I wish we did a fish instead. Yeah. So would it have like claws on all 5 of its digits, or
No,
I-
just
I
Oh,
mean,
it's a Pseudosuchian after all.
listen,
I
yeah,
mean, it's the basal most group. I'm pretty sure, so that is a valid question. I
No, but I mean it's
honestly
a
don't
very
Another thing-
Archosaurian thing to
yeah.
have.
Oh yeah, true.
It's not just Pseudosuchians that do that. Yeah, no, like first 3 claws, fingers with claws, and then the outermost 2 clawless is the most likely condition. Again, we
I
would
see.
need a closer study of the material to be sure, but yes.
I noticed that there's 2 protuberances right before the orbit. Would that just make like a brow thing, or would that just show up as like 2 spines, or like 2 little bumps in front of the orbits?
In front of the orbits, I see like in the mount, like post-orbital bosses. More like that.
No, if you you can see them in another image of a mount. I'm grabbing it.
No, I see. No, I
Uh,
think these guys would just have big eyebrows. So I
That's what I
think
was
there would
wondering.
be like connecting tissue. That's the thing in so many archosaurs,
Just wanted to
especially
make sure
birdline.
before I did- Yep, just wanted to make sure if I did anything.
You can actually give this quite pronounced eyebrows. This guy. 14 minutes, by the way.
okay. Hey, thank God for spring break. I get to like I get to draw this fucking thing.
You get to spring and break.
I get to spring and break. Yeah, correct.
Incredible.
Or break some springs.
Yeah. I could on my spare free time. I mean, well, time is limited because it's about to be over.
It's so over.
It's Joe over. I don't even know if I should even give it. I mean, what kind of pupils do you imagine these kinds of animals would have?
It's crocodile archosaur. You
Ah.
can go with whatever you like.
Honestly, just look at a crocodile and a bird and go wild.
Swear to God, it kind of looks like something out of like Super Mario World.
I could see it. I could see it. This sword does look like just generic. This does look like a generic, fantasy, like reptile.
I was
Yeah,
gonna go with
fantasy dinosaur.
90s Star Wars creature design, but
It's something you'd see in the background for 5 seconds. So no weird out.
it would be something that George Lucas would think would be very funny pooping in the middle of the street.
And he would be
then
correct.
Jar Jar would be like, "Ah, you saw."
Something. Watch out, Danny! Don't step in that. I'm not even gonna attempt the voice.
I don't even want to do it again, honestly.
Yeah, please don't. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no. It is always okay to be honest.
Where's Petite? I want to see what Petite would do with this creature.
She would like unironically. I would see her struggle. I would, without a shadow of a doubt.
You think this would be a Petite crash out?
I think this would just be a free space at the bingo card at this point.
I don't think it would be that tricky. It's not too complicated.
I mean, maybe. I got faith in her. I mean, come on.
Do
Gotcha.
you? After what you just said?
I mean, come on. I'm always wrong. You know, I'm always wrong. Come on. I mean, when have I ever been right?
True.
Oh, I thought you'd disagree with me. Okay.
No. We are turning this into a paradoxum.
A paradoxia of some sorts.
The first time I'm drawing today.
I hate this thing.
Yeah,
man.
same.
This is like a weird. It kind of looks like. Oh my god, like that one group of ceratopsians that used to be Raptodontiforms.
Well, at least in the moment, there's still Raptodons.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you mean
The,
Raptidons?
the group has no new name yet.
I
Okay,
don't assume they would if Raptidon itself.
Well, depends on how Raptodontia is defined, I guess.
It would just get moved.
Yeah, no. I mean, the thing is, like, Raptodon itself is probably an ornithopod, so the ceratopsians would need a new name. But because the paper does not do any large-scale revision, it's unclear.
The curse of being in nature.
Nature.
Nature is very unmetal.
I mean, nature makes no damn sense.
More importantly, nature is a capitalist hellhole and is always correct to pirate it.
We should know. We post the PDFs on the server.
Don't say this on an open stream.
True.
You never know what editor might be listening in. We have the spies everywhere.
Actually, yeah, you never know who to trust. You never know which is which is an ally and which is a snitch. So be careful.
You say that, though.
I might be a spy for nature. You don't know.
You say that, though, after directly saying that you should pirate it.
We should pirate.
One person's friend is another person's reviewer number 2.
Exactly.
Actually, no, that you do realize it's incredibly fucked up because like we're stealing money. We're stealing money from poor indie studios, like indie animation studios, like Walt Disney. Can you imagine having the gall to steal from Walt Disney?
Damn.
You all should be ashamed of yourselves.
As I said the
This is
other
so
day,
sad.
I want to see shareholders ugly crying in the streets.
Think about them. They are people at the end of the day. No, I'm just kidding.
It's true. They are not people.
So Sarah, Alexa, play Despacito.
No. Play happy.
Me.
Now, what's the time looking like?
Yeah, wait. My phone screen went off. 5 minutes, 50 seconds.
Honestly, for a first sketch, it's not terrible, I guess.
Yeah, whatever. For you Triassic meth heads, go ahead, go apeshit. Just tell me that I did it wrong. I don't care.
I mean, honestly, I don't think anyone knows if who's doing it right or not because of the fact that this thing does not
Within
have,
certain
anywhere-
boundaries.
Yeah. Like
Oh, true.
this thing does not have a good description at all.
It's barely a description.
Yeah, I think it's mostly describing the skull, from what I remember.
Who cares for postcrania?
Here's my charcoal pencil. I'm gonna go crazy.
Yeah, I think I did the head too big.
Crazy style. I'm expecting many people making the head a little bit too large.
Like it, the thing is like in the mounts it looks kind of big, but like it's not actually that large. I don't know what's.
No, the head is, it's because the head is prominent, but it's actually not large.
Yeah, I guess that's a good description. Okay, yeah, I know what's wrong. Also, I made the spine too large.
I mean, there could be some more soft tissue on top. 3 minutes.
Yeah, this one is just going to be a sketch.
I mean, I would see Miguel at least having some expertise in this. I mean, come on.
Nope. This thing does not have any good diagrams. You cannot make a skeletal out of something that you don't have proper references for.
I'm not sure Dad is talking about skeletal making.
I'm just talking about like general reconstruction, but
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Perhaps the charcoal pencil's overdoing it, but that's fine.
2 minutes.
me see the tail again. Okay. The Triassic be inventing all sorts of bullshit.
I mean, when you are like the period immediately after the worst mass extinction on Earth's history, you kind of have to do that.
I mean, yeah.
Thirty seconds.
Right. Time to do shading, and I'm done.
A little bit late for shading.
No.
And there we go. Time to post. Few last brush strokes. There we go. Yeah, I'm okay with this for a warm up. Gulupiscus, I know where you get that quote from. I watched the video essay earlier too.
Oh, which one?
My sibling in Christ, it was the rope, and the game was tug of war.
No, I'm saying what video.
Oh, unnatural natural history, I think, like on like versus content.
Yeah. Where is my fucking? Oh my god, where is? Dude, I was gonna say.
Oh, I really like the one by Cheese Serato. Very cool.
Yeah, the Tigrex guy, exactly. Gulupiscus. I think the first time I saw one of their videos. As I'm not a Monster Hunter fan.
And the franchise is cool, but I just don't care about it that much personally.
Okay, let's have a look at what people posted. Whoop. Chat expansion. Starting with Hussein. With the red-headed male watching over a bunch of more plainly colored females in the background. Very cool, very nice. I think the snoot could be a little bit wider at the front here. Looking at the skull, then again, the fossil mount honestly looks very rough. Who knows? I like how chubby you made the neck, like adding some extra soft tissue there, connecting to the neural spines. Very cool. Cool. Jesus Serato coming in with this interpretation. Very cool. I like with the big eyebrow stuff you did there, like extending past the eyes and stuff. Very cool. Also very beefy torso. Nice stuff. And also the cool pattern here going onto the back from the neck. And we have Roadrunner from Hell. Tails curving away from point of view. Well, in that case, Roadrunner from Hell, yeah, I think you should do some shading here to bring this across a little bit more. But yeah, that's Lotosaurus. I would give the legs certainly some more beef there. It looks a little bit too spindly. Next, we have Im Cypress with this very fun-looking guy. Very cool. Loving all the brushwork and stuff. I think. Wait, let me switch on here. The thing. The head is maybe tiny bit too large, I would say, and I wouldn't make the hind limbs digigrade. At least based on the skeletal drawings and skeletal mounts we have, this animal was probably plantigrade. It's a little bit more flat-footed in the back here. But no, otherwise, very nice indeed. A genius avoiding problems like that by simply not showing the hands and feet. Probably standing in shallow water or something, I have to assume, or a very dense fog at its feet. Crazy fog machines in the Triassic. You wouldn't believe it. Nope, that looks nice, I would say. Yeah. Not sure about the length of the tail. Could be a little bit shorter, I feel like. But yeah, no, that's a pretty solid guy. Ingvar, hello there. With this very nice little study. I love the overall color color palette here. Like, look, it's very retro in its feeling. Very cool. Like something from Charles R. Knight's days, basically. Very nice. Then Tears Forever. With this strutting, beautiful guy just going about its day. I love the pose, the black beak and stuff. That's a nice touch. Cool beans. And Troiano with this guy just laying down and yawning. Total fair, totally understandable. I just had to stack up on caffeine before stream. Nope, that looks good. Question would be if they had that much facial soft tissue, like that much. I mean, it's not really cheek, but if it would go,
I have no idea about that.
yeah, I'm not sure like how croc-like that would be, but yeah, maybe. Who knows? I think the head is actually not that. It's not too big. Or did you already correct that?
I did make it smaller.
Oh, okay, yeah.
what
No,
it
I
was
mean,
for.
considering like that you see the torso in perspective here with foreshortening, so I think it's pretty okay.
Good to know.
I think that works. Next we have this very chompy guy by Belbarka, Derek Mama. Very cool. Liking the whatever that was from Diallo. Liking
Sorry.
the coloration and stuff here, and with this very decorative rectangle here, looking through an invisible door. Also, in general, like the idea that it looks behind itself. That's a nice touch. Then Raven was just this guy just yelling into our general direction. Very nice limbs and stuff like that. I think the head is a little bit large. Again, looking at the mount back and forth here, making it a little bit smaller. Yeah. Otherwise, looks pretty nice. I love how thick you made the neck. Also, like how far forward the Gula pouch goes onto the lower jaw here. It's very fun. Okay, next Ultra Loser with a portrait. Nice. Looks very good, I would say. And there is a little watercolor piece by Eurovenator with a stripy boy. Very fun. Nice. I think, again, the head looks a little bit large, maybe. But yeah, liking the coloration. Good stuff. Then Dyer with this little guy in front of Sunset. I was rushing so much. Yeah, 20 minutes isn't much. I think you gave it's a little bit too much of a stegosaur build. Like the shoulders aren't that low that the head would be down here, a little bit further up, the whole thing. And I think the tail would probably like sloping down a little bit because the neural spine length just decreases after the hips so much. Yeah, in the moment it looks a little bit like a plate, like stegosaur, a little bit too much, I think. Lolpike goes a little bit the other way. This looks kind of kaiju-like. Slop the animal? Nah, it's not. You have a little bit the opposite problem here from Dyer. You, I think, made the forelimbs a little bit too large. Not too large, a little bit too long. I mean, part of it is the perspective. We're looking from below, which I give you plus points for. That is a very challenging thing to do. I quite like the stripe you gave it, but it's a little bit unbalanced. I'm missing a little bit the heft that you get looking at the skeletal mount. But yeah, I would make the neck a little bit longer maybe, but yeah. Then Peter, hello there. Started with, wait, no, that is not Peter. Is that Brontosaur? It is Brontosaur. Oh my god. Brontosaur with a little frontal piece here. With only 3 minutes left. My god. Going through the rain. Very sad to be only a creature of 3 minutes. It happens. JW then with a portrait and part of the back here. Very cool. I like the pale back. Kind of sailish stuff. Wait, did you get... Oh, you give it papillae on the tongue.
I don't know how else this thing is eating anything.
Yeah.
It has 0 teeth.
Yeah, I mean, it could be just doing like a turtle, you know? Turtles do it without papillae. Could be. But yeah, both works. That looks fun. Next, Aberrantologist. Ooh, I love the anteater-like stripe coming from the edge of the mouse here and stuff. That is a cool idea for a pattern. Works surprisingly well on this guy. Very nice. And then Arvi, oh my god! It's Bargus Land back in town. With a whole bunch of Lotosaurus coming out of the fog. Very cool. Nice. Very nice. I love the pale sun in the back. And then we have Velociraptor with this little guy in the forest in reddish brown, which is very appropriate for any forest creature. Just standing there, realizing must be a juvenile because the head is still a little bit too large. But yeah. And then was Stylo with a little guy just standing there menacingly. I think I would make it a little bit, the torso a little bit deeper, like looking at the skeletal mound, it must have had quite a bit of gut. So a little bit more girth, a little bit deeper body. I think I would give it. And skull wise, I think the head could be a little bit wider. But yeah, otherwise that is indeed a Lotosaurus. Nice. Then the Murine toothworm, most likely also known as Sleepy T-Rex. God damn you guys. With Lotosaurus going down to lay some eggs. They are surprisingly small. I would actually, I think they would be probably a little bit larger. Unless these guys have huge clutches of like 40 eggs or something. Which of course is also possible. I think that skull overall looks pretty good. I would make it a little bit smaller, and I would make the snout, the overall shape of it, a little bit more rectangular. In the moment, it looks a bit too much like a hadrosaur, I feel. But at least if this skull reconstruction is correct, there's quite a bit of if to this, and the overall shape of it is a little bit, yeah, a little bit more rectangular. But the downward slope here on the inside of the upper jaw is quite quick, but just like here on the outside. Okay.
Oh my gosh, something I for some reason didn't check. I did take a screenshot from that paper. I mean, it doesn't matter now.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
do have this. This is the single figure from the paper.
Oh boy.
Damn.
Let's have a look in a minute. Next, casual sword muncher with our little Lotosaurus just laying there in on a slope, very much liking the pose and stuff. A little bit more dynamic, laying down. Yeah, no, that looks pretty cool. I have to say, also with the perspective on the head and stuff. Cool beans. Captain Trululu trying something very stylistic. Interesting. Again, I would say head. Even if we take into account that this is stylized, I would make the head a little bit smaller and a little bit more rectangular. And considering how rectangular the skull is, you can maybe even make it more so if you exaggerate that in a stylized piece. Very fun idea though. And we have Vaporwave Lotosaurus by Average Bear. Nice. I feel like the forelimbs here are a little bit too far back. They should be a little bit more forward. They feel like a little bit scrunched backward into the body. But no, otherwise, very fun. A little bit more soft tissue on the nose and stuff. Cool beans. And Octolus with this absolute creature crawling out of his sand dune or something. Damn. Very, very chubby sail / hump there, which I very much appreciate. Good stuff. Ooh, there is the stuff on the skull, yeah. It does make a difference for sure compared to the skull mount.
Yeah.
More defined. The beak looks more beakish. Like the one in the museum looks a little bit like it's made by a toy company and you can't have any sharp edges because it might hurt children. Now the benefit of hindsight.
Yeah, you can see that the mount proportions are generally accurate though.
Yeah.
Like with the post crania.
Yeah. I mean, there's probably a bunch of specimen. Show that.
Oh, I mean, we have over 100 like bones, or over 1,000 bones from that bone ped. We definitely have enough to create like a skeleton.
Yeah, no, but of course, always the question is like, do we have how much articulation is there? If it's just like jumbled mess together, like you can't even tell like what is what specimen, then how would you do that?
At least some of the vertebrae are pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Or
next.
the Retriever columns.
Next up is our dinosaur for tonight, Metriacanthosaurus. Maybe it is the first of the Metriacanthosaurs that was described, and it's maybe also the worst.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know that there's better ones.
Even
Do we even have
Alpkarakush that
those?
I helped on reconstructing, I think is better.
What do we have?
Not that much, and I remember from talking with people about the material, it's apparently not that well preserved.
I found a. Folks did one in 2023.
Yeah. Oh, there's this thing.
Probably our best ref.
Yep.
Wow, that's bad.
They're not
Yep.
even sure of the skull because all they have is basically just like vertebrae and a couple of.
Yeah, the skull here in Dan's reconstruction, I think, is like 99% based on Sinraptor. Interesting thing with Metriacanthosaurs, their tails are relatively short, which would mean actually that the posture you see here in Dan's reconstruction is probably not something they would do. They would probably have the femur more forward, or basically the knee more forward, because the razor short tail means that the center of gravity moves forward overall, and to compensate for that, they would like crouch a little bit more. That is something that is oftentimes not mentioned when it comes to bipedal dinosaur reconstructions. There is a range of the position of that center of mass or center of gravity. So yeah, something to keep in mind. And you see that the tail is relatively short compared to some other theropods when you look at stuff like Spinosaurus, Megalosaurs, or Allosaurs from the same time. They have quite a bit longer tails. No, who? Oh boy.
She's it's from Oxford Clay.
Yeah. I was like, what formation could? Yeah, Oxford Clay makes sense.
You love to see it.
Like a few sauropods, like Cetiosauriscos. Few ornithischians, and a lot of water stuff. Like a bunch of plesiosaurs.
Yeah. Let me scale this roughly to the same length of torso. This baryonyx here for comparison. See, like, tail is longer overall.
Oh, you should reduce the size of the chat because I don't think the length of the tail was visible.
Oh boy. True.
Isn't that something on the,
Forgot it.
That's something on the bingo.
That is something on the bingo.
Yeah.
Just trust me when I say that it's razor short compared to some other ones.
The Metriacanthosaurids we do have skull stuff from. Don't they usually have like the more pronounced postorbital bones with like the rugosity there?
That is a possibility. We have that in Alpkarakush. I think we have it in Yangchuanosaurus. I mean, Yangchuanosaurus also, of course, has his crest-like stuff going on the snoot. You can work with. That is a possibility. But at the end of the day, yeah, you're pretty free with doing the skull. Here's like a drawing of the skull drawing of Yangchuanosaurus, for example. The big adult one.
You can do some funky speculation there.
Yep. Oh, wait,
I'm
I
just
think.
gonna. I mean, let's see what happens.
Honestly, Yangchuano had a very short skull. Like
Yeah,
it almost gives me Avelisaur vibes.
yeah. Also here, skull drawing of Sinraptor in dorsal view too, so you get an idea for the girth of these skulls. Doesn't have to look like this. But it could. I think we had something similar for Yangchuanosaurus in a monograph at some point too, but I'm not bothering with finding that. We do not have the skull of this guy anyway. Honestly, I'm still baffled that Michael Crichton back in the day thought like, oh yeah, that is something for my Jurassic Park.
I mean, so there might be some people out there who say that Metriacanthosaurus is their favorite dinosaur because of the Jurassic Park series. Not knowing that, yeah, it's
Yeah,
they didn't.
and that's
Jurassic-
bullshit. I feel like in many ways Michael Crichton was a little bit of an edgelord. Who would think
I mean,
that
come on,
that
like
pro?
everyone in here,
I
wanted
want
to
my little killer dinosaurs to be pro-Compsognathus instead of Compsognathus itself. Yes.
I mean,
Now
But
I
we
show
ended
them
up
that
with
I'm
Compsognathus.
original and stuff. And Metriacanthosaurus is such a well-known creature. Even
it's well known now.
it is still not well known.
Yeah.
Oh, not just
mean-
a little bit.
It is not
mean,
well
it's
known in
well-
terms,
well known.
especially I mean in terms of fossil material,
Yeah.
Okay, well, obviously, yeah.
but also like it's even its popularity is like barely there.
Jurassic World Evolution, hyping it up.
Yeah, and nothing else.
Yeah, but Barbasol species showed up. I mean, we finally got Barbasol.
Let me check something. When was Yangchuanosaurus described? When was this? Hey, look, we have complete specimens of Yangchuanosaurus laying around. The obviously much cooler animal because we actually have good material for it. But he wanted Metriacanthosaurus.
Because it's cooler to say.
Because he's an edgelord.
Yeah.
Was an edgelord.
Well, yeah, because he's
I feel
dead.
like it's not
obviously.
particularly cool of a name.
I'm thinking in terms of like what Michael Crichton thinks.
Yeah.
Fair.
I mean, yeah, he was a climate deniers.
That
climate
too.
change denier.
Yeah. Okay, getting the timer up. There we go. Okay, let us start with Metriacanthosaurus. The most Metriacanthosaurus ever. In 1, 2, 3, go. Go wild.
Go nuts, go ape shit.
But most importantly, be kind.
Oh yes. We are only
To yourself, not to Michael Crichton.
He did.
Well, no, because he's obviously dead. So
Yeah. Also not to Chuck Norris.
Kicking angels in heaven now.
wait, Chuck Norris didn't he make Looney Tunes back in the day?
You're thinking Chuck Jones.
I don't think
Oh
so.
shit, Chuck Jones. Oh no, I'm sorry.
I think he wouldn't even have been born when Looney Tunes became a thing.
Chuck Norris is from 1940. Well, was born in 1940, so
It would be close.
He also co-starred in Enter the Dragon, I think. No, not Enter the Dragon. It was another Bruce Lee movie. I can't remember which one.
Let's go with the 2B pencil.
Yes, Sleepy Tyrant. When I'm in a performative niche dinosaur enjoyer competition in the 90s and my opponent is Michael Crichton. That is very much it. Yeah, that's how it feels like. It feels very performative in hindsight.
What if I went for an extremely hard as hell pose? What will happen?
I did the same thing. I'm doing lecking behavior.
Nice.
I'm
I'm
mostly
just gonna
doing-
have the one though. I only have time to draw the one guy.
I am doing an environmental thing largely. I found just 2 conifers from here, or at least from a similarly aged deposit. Just sort of going with it. During my first sketch, I forgot that, at least with what I want to do, like how I draw things out, that doing actual like sketchy line art before drawing it out sucks and wastes a lot of time.
Slender.
Exactly.
I mean, I fully render things out. Like I fully shade and like go lineless by the end anyway.
I
Works with my
for the
fucking stuff.
workshop I will give next week in Utrecht. I intend to bring a bunch of A4 sheets with little rectangles printed on, because I constantly it happened now a few times, like giving classes or workshops, that I tell people, please first do some thumbnail sketches, and everybody's skipping that stage nonetheless. So I give them a sheet to fill out.
Oh yeah. Thumbnail when you're doing full on pieces that aren't like this short amount of time. Thumbnail sketches are absolute. Like when I was doing the Protosphy Arena piece, I did like I think 12 of them or 15 of them in all.
As you should.
Yeah.
How many of them had marine reptiles in it?
None, because Anthony wasn't wanting marine reptiles.
Oh, I see.
How many of them had the
Like,
effectiveness?
offended.
I mean, when you work with nothing but fish, I mean,
don't even think Anthony only works with fish.
I know, but like, I mean, he just told me recently that he's been doing nothing but Zifactinus.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. he
I mean,
works at
that's what you
Niobrara.
mostly
I'm
find.
not surprised.
That's what you mostly find out there in the chalk.
Oops, all Zifactinus.
It is. I think let's have a little bit of fun today. What's this one?
Are you gonna feel? Are you gonna feel silly and spontaneous?
Silly, spontaneous, and filled with poop.
Oh, okay.
What?
Oh, that's cool. I mean, I didn't know you're into that.
Now that's what you say.
Many things are filled with poop, at least at one point.
Especially
I mean,
Gaboon Vipers.
True.
Truly the sanest paleo stream conversation.
Surprisingly, yeah. I guess.
I'm just doing the most basic ass pose ever.
It
Did
happens.
these guys have a dew claw? Yeah, they did. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, Halix would be a thing.
That'd be wild if Lineage lost them.
Well, some did it,
Which
but I
ones
doubt
forget?
Metriacanthrosaurus did.
I honestly didn't remember that some. Lost it. Which ones?
Oh god, I'm pretty sure there were one or two. Didn't Alvarezsaur lose him? No.
I thought it was Ornithomimosaurs.
Did Ornithomimosaurus? Maybe Ornithomimosaurus. Maybe derived Ornithomimosaurus lost them. I think that might be it.
I wouldn't be surprised because of like how much Archosaurs already reduced their digits.
Not into feet.
How much time do we have?
11 minutes.
Hey, I'm gonna get a black color pencil this time. So what the hell? Sure. This needs to be sharp and precise. There we go. Dull. God damn it. Looks like do I risk it with the charcoal pencil or not?
Up to you.
No,
In
I'm just
for a
gonna go with,
penny, in for a pound.
I'm just gonna go with the 6B pencil.
Why do you have 6 base in your house?
I have 6 B's in my house because God is trying to punish me right now.
Yeah, that makes sense.
6 bees isn't that harsh a punishment, though.
No. 700 feral Mixosaurs, on the other hand.
They would all just collapse under their own weight.
I mean,
You'd be fine.
six bees. It always depends what species and how aggressive they are.
I had a cat. It was
Wow.
Guyo, actually. She once let loose 6 live dragonflies in my basement.
Well, that's based. And not just because it's in a basement.
Nice.
You have to be careful, Tylo. At any moment, 30 to 50 feral Mixosaurs could show up. And they'll
I'm
swarm
waiting
you.
for that day to come, but it's not coming.
Nothing ever happens.
I think nothing ever happens in my land.
9 minutes.
Wait, you said 9?
9 minutes.
I don't wanna.
No, you wanna.
You can't make me, you can't make me.
Can't make me. You can't convince me.
Okay, no candy.
No. No.
Honestly, with that reaction, I think you do need to give up some candy.
Hell no, I love candy.
Have some candy.
Have some candy. I want candy. I'll go to.
Do you like Candy Crush though?
My mom loves it. I mean, she plays it every day. I'm more of a Clash Royale person myself.
I somehow knew you would say that. I somehow knew.
Oh,
I felt it in my bones.
I am so predictable.
Dilo, this is an intervention.
I think last thing I need is an intervention.
7
Things to do
minutes.
is best.
Oh god damn it, my brother's calling me. Bruh.
What's he calling you?
I don't know.
So guys, don't forget the Exopari.
True.
Petite would want it.
You would have wanted it that way. I can still hear her voice. I can hear her yell as she crashes out.
Oh my god, I'm crashing out. I'm crashing out.
It's almost like I can hear
Oh
her.
wait! Oh no, Petit got hit with the adult verification system.
Wait, what?
Check other talk text. She cannot join stage.
Oh, that is so fucked. I am so sorry.
Wait. Can I invite you still, though?
She has admin privileges. I don't think you can bypass it.
I cannot
mean,
invite you
yes.
even onto stage. No,
What does that even
Petit, we are
have?
not talking about you like you're dead. We're talking about you as if you were here.
Gone but not forgotten.
We are
That's
coping.
what he-
We're coping over your not over your loss, over your absence.
I mean, I was jokingly talking like she was dead.
Yeah, one should never do that. Three minutes.
And just like that, fun is over for me. Well, it's about to be.
What do you mean?
I'm going to spend the night at my brother's apartment. Yeah, we're gonna do some fuck shit.
What?
By that I mean we're just gonna, I don't know. I should put the pencil shavings in the trash. God damn it. Okay.
I'm just not fast enough to do any color today. That's all right.
I hate it when we have to draw theropods because it gives me too much pressure to make sure that I get it right.
I just
mean-
don't like drawing theropods.
I mean, like, sure, but like, we barely have anything from this specific theropod, so like, you have a bit of wiggle room.
A lot, actually, I would say.
I think my metric Anthosaurus actually looks pretty cool-ish.
Minute left.
I kind of like it because for a pose that I want to get right so much, that's pretty good.
Oh my god, Affinity just crashed again. Jesus.
Ah, fuck.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Oh no. Man, nothing but issues.
$20 seconds.
Shit, I just lost my entire sketch.
Ah, fuck.
No!
Aw.
Ah, shit.
Fucking bastards.
Okay, I didn't lose the entire thing, but I lost a good, like, past 10 minutes of work.
No, god damn it. Well, time's up. Time to
Give me a
post.
second here. I can't post it like this.
No. That's fine.
Petite was up. Petite is in voice chat. Wait.
Is Petite able to join another VC and then you can drag her over?
I don't think so.
No, they've
Right.
completely locked down her account on their end because she can't verify her age. So
Oh, is it because of that new dumbass Australian law?
yes,
Oh,
it
Yes.
is.
Yes.
I feel so sorry.
Yeah.
Hi, Pigeon Hunter. No, not young Schwanosaurus, although it's partially based on it. It's Metriacanthosaurus.
It's pretty much Iguana. Like, based off what we have. Like, just feels like you're not even drawing the animal. Like, when drawing it, it's so fragmentary.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, Petite, don't. Like, that's... Don't give them.
Yeah, with how many problems their third-party processors had with like information leaks, I wouldn't give them anything. If they do it for me, then that's probably the end of my Discord experience. So
Yeah, I don't even know what we would do if it spreads out more, just because there's
Yeah.
not really another platform.
There are alternatives, but they're not necessarily better, apparently. And I barely looked into it, but for people who are wondering, that is also a reason why we haven't yet announced anything towards PaleoStreamCon yet, because we first want to see how it all pans out. I specifically want to first see how it all pans out in that regard. Like, if it... I would be, for example, totally fine if it just hits the server owners or something. Like, I would bite the bullet. I would do that age verification nonsense and stuff like that, so that everyone can still carry on like normal. But yeah, would be nice if they would backpedal or do it in a way that doesn't really affect anyone, or completely abandon it. Stupid stuff.
Yeah, stupid bullshit. Fuck, I forgot the other fucking leg. Fuck my life. I can never get anything in my life right. I am an identity crisis. Fuck me. Whatever.
It's just a
Are you
lag.
okay, Dilo?
I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it, I guess. Actually, let me do a few more finishing touches. Oh my fucking god.
God damn it, this pisses me off too because I had my legs drawn perfect and now I have to redraw them.
It's missing a leg. Fuck my life, dude. Fuck my life.
Captain Trulu, there has been a new Australian law that has been rolled out some time ago regarding age verification online on social media, and Discord falls under that. And if you are not above a certain age, you are not allowed to participate.
Well, it's more like if you don't give Discord your ID.
Yeah, you either like have to be over a certain age and verify that, or you simply don't get access to certain features, and the stage system is part of that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because like Petite's over like
Yeah, Petite is certainly over the age. However, one doesn't really want to give Discord necessarily your data.
Considering the partners that they're using for age verification, like shit the bed here about 6 months ago, and like had a huge, massive data leak of people's personal information. So,
Yep.
and they're hoping people forget about that and stop complaining about it. So,
Yep.
I mean, yeah, they were going to roll this for like the whole world, but people complain so much. They said, "Wait, we might wait." They
Yeah.
didn't cancel it, but like they
Yeah,
said
it's
we're
like-
not doing it now.
Yeah, that is very important. They said that they specifically would not do it now, but that they wouldn't cancel it entirely.
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna have to call this good. I can't make you guys wait any longer.
I mean, I obviously do not support this at all, but like Argentina has data leaks of like the whole national registry of people like every few months. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's like at least 3 copies of my personal information in the dark web somewhere.
Beautiful stuff. Yeah, like I feel like if like stuff like the EU wants to make stuff like this common, they should at least establish their own servers for this. That it doesn't
Yeah,
go
for
to
sure.
private companies.
And then it has to be air gapped. You can't have this just accessible to any Tom, Dick, or Harry. So
Yeah.
like, no putting us on like an Amazon web server somewhere. You
Yeah,
guys.
no. Like it would need to be like built by the government in a way that it basically recognizes the ID and immediately gets rid of the data again. And that is possible.
Yeah.
Then also nobody would have a problem with it. I mean, you have already like similar systems with like digital payment and stuff like that going on. There are things like that. Also, the EU apparently is working on a card similar to a credit card, but that is not having any fees, transaction fees built into it, which is really cool. Sometimes they do get stuff right. Okay, let us start. Too much rambling about non-related stuff. Not enough Metro Acantosaurus in here. But yeah, we are starting with Hussein, who, me after eating my son. My god, is that implied cannibalism? Incredible. I hope it goes smoothly through the bowels. Very, very nice Metriacanthosaurus. I can't really say much on its anatomy because, well, it's Metriacanthosaurus. Okay, next. Cheesy Cerato, who went with a more young Tyrannosaurus-like interpretation here. Very cool head shape and stuff. You're eating a plesiosaur, apparently. I feel like the thigh here, like, I think the lower leg is good, but, like, the thigh is, like, there would be much more muscle bulge up here. Like, in the moment, it looks a little bit like it's vanishing, like losing half its muscle mass behind the calf, in a way. Like there would be quite a bit more up here, in terms of muscles. It's like folded too tightly, in a way. But no, otherwise, very nice indeed. Then Lolpie. With this, my God, that's tiny image. Is it a screenshot you sent, or is it really that small? Nicely stylized red on black. Digital etching, basically, by the looks of it. Yeah, Metriacanthosaurus sitting on a hill with babies. Very cool. And then we have Roadrunner from Hell. New York Metriacanthosaurus. I don't get it. Keratin baseball crest. My God, it's a Mets. Where's Spider-Man though?
It's all about the Mets.
Yeah. I cannot take baseball or any American sport or any sport really serious. So
not even football.
especially not football.
I can't believe it.
Fuck football. It's probably like 20 Brazilian and Argentinian missiles like going my direction right now. Anyway, a very sportsy idea there. Okay, Average Bear with this very fun little portrait. He looks very happy. Look at him go. Very cute, very nice. The guy from Jurassic World, yeah. Truly. One of the dinosaurs ever. A genius. I mean, potentially Metriacanthosaurus was a really cool creature. Would be nice if we knew. Looking like a rough night. It's fine. We all having a little bit of a rough night. I mean, Raven lost large parts of her progress earlier, so it
However,
happens.
now I have found a way that never happens again.
Yippee! Excellent. I guess this a learning experience for us all. I think the proportions are quite nice here. You nicely show how short Metriacanthosaur tails are and stuff. Yeah, no, that looks good. Fun. Then Balbarka Dergmama with this beautiful guy. What is between its jaws there? It's eating something. Interesting. I can't quite make out what's going on there. But I like the overall style and composition. Good stuff. Then Tears Forever with our Metriacanthosaurus walking away from the camera. Quite likes the red face and the little brush-like feathers on its head there. Very fun. Also, again, nicely short tail. Good, cool beans. Ingvar. Then with Metriacanthosaur, watercolor once again. Here, a little bit of here Japanese or Chinese ink drawing, a little bit. Ink wash. In terms of feeling, quite nice. I think the head could be a little bit larger. Arms look a little bit weirdly articulated here, I have to say. A little bit of retro vibe to it. But no, yeah, otherwise, that is a Metriacanthosaur. And we have Eurovenator being bold and doing a portrait of an animal we have no skull material for. With a breeding color ration idea. Very fun. Nice. Also with lots of scarring and so on going on in the face. Cool stuff. Ooh. Me when the young starving Osteostreptus spondylus tries to steal from a Stegosaurus. Okay. Nah, that's totally fine with the failed attempts in the background here. I mean, I see you're working here with ballpoint pens. Oh, that's an unforgiving medium. I work a lot with ballpoint pen too. It just either makes the background darker, like crosshatch over it, so you have like silhouetted the real deal, or pretends that it's like after images of like rapid movement. Okay, Andriano, with this fun little guy. Look at him go. I think I wouldn't have reconstructed the head like this. I feel like it's a little bit short. It looks a little bit like an Abelisaur right now. But then again, we don't have the skull, so what do I know? Oh boy. And there's Cypress. Cypress with a swimming one. Swimming all throughout the British Isles, I see. Nice. The leg here looks a little bit weird. I feel like the calf is rather short. But yeah, otherwise, very cool. I love how you did the waves and stuff. Very simple, very effective. And then, there is Dilo with Metriacanthosaurus strutting towards the camera. I think that looks pretty good. I feel like it's the arms here are lacking a little bit in the elbow department. But no, otherwise, pretty good. Nice. Then Atronist. I'm gonna break when I'm not distracted. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, I see you're going also more with an Yangtze like hat here. That is nice. Yeah. Stepping on this tree here. That's a cool pose. Nice stuff. And there is Raven here with a very fuzzy, surprisingly feathered specimen. I love the big fluffy tail there. Nice. I think the head is a little bit large maybe for an animal of these proportions. But no. Yeah. Looks pretty good. Oh, I think the torso is also a little bit short maybe. Looking back and forth here between Dan's reconstruction. But yeah, and the feet maybe a little bit long, but no, very charming little creature. Also more Yangtze like head. I mean, this looks kind of like a juvenile in the moment, with the big feet and stuff, and the short head, and the razor large eyes. It would actually fit very well. Gives odd ugly baby vibes.
Perfect. I'll go with it.
Yeah. Then Sorops, hello there, with probably the best way to depict Metriacanthosaurus. A partially already falling apart carcass. Nice pterosaurs. Yeah, I love the one that is landing in the background. Good stuff. Oh, what is that? Captain Trololo? Etchy coated. Yeah. That's very Michael Crichton. That works. Yep. Ultra Loser going for the ideal version of only showing what you know, which is certainly not the head. But very sexy legs. Excellent choice. What a beautiful Metriacanthosaurus. And then we have Octolus, yes. Metriacanthosaurus hiding in a beach Lizictis. Excellent. Very fun idea. And they have Casual Soap Muncher. Oh my god. Very cool. Reversed. Walking with dinosaurs, basically. Liopleurodon going after our big theropod here. Nice, then also really good shape on the Liopleurodon head here. So many people don't get that right. Pliosaur skulls are really aesthetically pleasing, I have to say. But there's a certain nuance to it that hard to capture. And there is, of course, Sleepy T-Rex with this pair of Metriacanthosaurs just going at it. Beautiful. They sure love each other a lot. Yes, Theropod slop, absolutely. Arvid, experimenting with integument and stuff here, very cool. I love the slight whiskery look to it. It's very, yes, horse is certainly a little bit the vibe I'm getting, but I'm more thinking like big cat. Looking at this, very cool. Love the vibes. Nicely done. And ooh, Metriacanthosaurus in the water with an crocodilian here. Loving it. Is that maybe inspired by a scene from New Caledonia?
No.
Oh.
It's like upper North America, more northern North America.
Okay, like Pacific Coast stuff with these big forests going right to the coast, or
No, Ontario. Based off of some stuff with Wolverine, like an image with a Wolverine. I really liked the environment.
Okay, cool idea. And there we have there is Aberrantologist, also experimenting with the head shape here. Very cool. Going neither Metriacanthosaurus, neither Yangchuanosaurus or Cineraptor here. Very nice, very nice. Metriacanthosaurus in space. Yes. As we should. And, Telecoleo Carnifex here doing a piece with all the animals we do together here. Lotosaurus and Metriacanthosaurus, giving it a little bit of unicorn horn here. Is that maybe inspired by certain birds, bellbirds specifically? Feels familiar. No, not bellbirds. Screamers. It feels like a screamer reference. That stuff. And we have, yes, thank you, Petite. Once again, showing the things we know about this creature. Which is certainly not the head. And going around your personal problems with drawing anything that is outside the water. No, but that's a fun composition. Good stuff. Little update by Genius. Yes, good.
Is it whale time?
We might be whaling.
Yeah, I've been looking into what it's closely related to during this, because it changes a little bit. It's decently close to some living ones. Oh, Vex is winding up, I was wondering.
I assumed
Expected.
as much.
Yeah, I see two papers either placing it close to Tasmacetus or Indopacetus. Or at
It
least
is
close
not.
enough.
It is
I-
not related to that. It is outside. It is in Certacetus. It is outside of Hyperodontida, which is
What
where the bottlenose
paper?
whales are.
What paper are you
Um,
looking at? Because I'm seeing.
I'm looking at the one it's described in, i.e., a high diversity fossil beaked whales recovered by
I-
trawling off the.
I would also look at other papers.
Yeah.
Because I don't think more recent papers agree with that.
Both that paper and the one describing Imoceta. I think it's the one describing Ziphius and Chava Ziphius also place it as closer to the bottlenose whales than other ziphids.
Yeah, the main thing
Hold
I
on,
see, the main thing I see is it consistently is placed. It's pretty consistently least right next to Husicetus
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
most phylogenies, if not all of them, being it's decently close either way to Hyperodontinae, but it's
I
more like,
gotta.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm trying to find as many papers as I can. Where do
This
you-
is for. This is roughly for size. Here's a. Here's a phylogeny once the time goes out.
I see something
So,
placing it in
phylogeny.
Stephanie.
And here are some. It has some skull similarities to
Oof, I
Indocetus. So here are two references of an Indocetus skull and Zoshocetus, which also has the maxillary crest, although it is higher.
Oh yeah.
Zoshocetus than
Let me grab a second skull because there's one that's just SP as well that has more complete. Trying to think more complete. Maxilla and premaxilla. Like it's, I think, very complete. Where are you?
They're all being
This thing-
posted dire. The one Yash
I got it.
posted is the hollow time.
Yeah, I was gonna say I found it. That gives like a more complete understanding of the length. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, essentially, these guys have kind of similar skulls to Indocetus, although they are weird. They have very
Yeah.
deep antorbital notches. They're not
Mesoplodon.
too basal to the rest of Ziphids in basically every phylogeny. So they have the general Ziphid structure, no teeth. They have tusks. What else? What else? What else is important?
The head is very wide.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
It's not
also
most
I
wide,
assume not much of that is really visible in the living animal. Looking at
I mean-
modern day relatives.
I mean, the head would just be
The-
wide.
it'd be a very very wide head.
Yeah. Based off what they're showing, it seems like it would have proportions similar to Mesoplodon species.
Yeah, I'm looking at Mesoplodon in the moment. Like here, this you can get a little bit of an idea what's going on here. Unfortunately, as it is often with beaked whales, there isn't much to see.
So
There's
I
much
don't necessarily.
images.
They would have visible projections from an outside view, because it's not like a. Hold on, let me post an example of like a beaked whale with a wide skull. Here's Emocetus, and you can see the difference in skull anatomy.
Phylogeny found
Ter-
actually. Sorry.
The Pterocetus lacks a lot of the surrounding bone that would make up the bulk of the width of the head, like Emocetus has. It's also distinguished from Tasmacetus by having a thinner rostrum.
Yeah, it just seems like wide posterior part of the head that very quickly
Yeah.
thins out.
It's a very fun animal.
I even found a more recent phylogeny that places it within Hyperodontinae, though that's not the focus of the paper. So yeah, they have it like outside of living ones, but
Yeah.
like either way.
I think that should be everything. This guy was not a very large one. It's not Baird's beaked whale size, so it's not like 10 meters.
Yeah.
It's around 4 to 5 meters in length.
Yeah, it seems like if you want general vibes, yeah, look at tropical beak nose, southern beak, like the bottom
Yeah.
noses.
The
Squidon.
reason why I think that there would be probably not that much of these very wide cheeks here showing in the living animal is because we're only looking at the upper part of the head here, the upper part of the skull, and when you combine that with the lower jaw, like you see it in this living beaked whale, yes, the rostrum might be slim, doesn't mean the lower jaw is.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And that, like, all that together would probably, like, smooth out quite a bit what we see here. Yes, the head would be wide, but it wouldn't, like, project.
Oh, I don't think anyone was suggesting that.
Yeah, no, I think we have to clarify that
Oh, true.
because not everybody is aware of that.
Yeah,
We're talking
I
about,
do not
like,
know.
some of the
I was-
animals with the wildest soft tissue anatomy out there.
I
Yeah,
was
it's
going to make it awfully slim, so yeah.
Also, for tusk placement, if I had to place tusks on these guys, I'd probably say they were at the apex of the rostrum, apex or subapex of the rostrum, rather than in the center, like some beaked whales are.
Hmm.
I'm trying to see where they are in like the close relatives, because that would be good to show.
I mean, I could also,
also-
I could also see them like, the rostrum
Also,
is
of
not
some
super thin. It reminds me a little bit of the skull of
Sperma?
no, Mesoplodon Calhupsi, which also has like it flares out a little bit just before the tip. Here's the skull, and around that area you have the tusks,
Yeah.
and you have something similar here too. Like at the base, it is a little bit more constricted, the rostrum, than towards the front, and then again, like it becomes pointy again. Also, like in the holotype, of course, it's missing, but
Oh, also, of some note, some South African ziphids, not necessarily Pterocetus, but some were found to not have the most adaptations to deep water diving.
mm-hmm.
Very possible that some species in South Africa, including maybe Pterocetus, maintaining a shallow lifestyle.
Oh, we should maybe also point out this time where the eyes are,
Oh, yeah, right.
which would be let me for comparison here on stream open, because you can't really see it nicely in the holotype. But here in the modern day relative, you can see the orbits. So they would be basically here, I would say, roughly. And then the that's roughly how I would interpret it, at least.
You have any
Uh.
clue how old any of these are?
How old?
Because like everything from this
um,
paper is just from trawling. Like it's not,
They're
like,
they're roughly Miocene. I believe they're dated to 16 million years.
Oh, true. Yeah, that makes it really hard. Like if you have like stuff that has been trawled up from the seafloor without any context, might as well come from a private collection at that point.
Oh, I mean, there's images of fossilized whale skulls just at the bottom of the ocean, not even buried.
Yeah, you know, I have seen these. Honestly, astounding that they lasted that long.
Yeah, bone worms didn't get to them.
Yeah. I'm so sorry,
They
Avi.
say middle late Miocene for most, but not all.
Avi, what I would suggest is make it very dark water. Doesn't need to be deep sea, but could be night.
Why is Afi suffering?
I
Because
mean,
have
it's
you-
a big
have you seen this
whale.
thing?
It is
Like-
you're looking at like an abstract shape that you're supposed to put a bunch of flesh on.
They're wonderful. They're wonderful critters. They're
They
not
are
abstract.
wonderful, in a horrible way.
I mean, they
Isn't
are
that kind
wonderful
of wonderful?
when you aren't flocking. That's what I'm going.
They
to say.
are very fun if you are in flocking. It's true. Let's just start and see where it takes us. I would say. Bloop. I have the timer ready, and I would say we are jumping straight in with this Pterocetus in 1, 2, 3, go.
Herocetus killed my grandmother.
Yeah.
It's true.
Unreal. I love how weird whale skulls are.
They're very aesthetically pleasing. Especially because a lot are just asymmetrical, naturally.
Yeah, I
I
mean-
think we have different concepts of aesthetically pleasing.
Nah. I think every single toothed whale skull is asymmetrical to some degree.
Pretty sure every skull is asymmetrical to some degree.
You know what I mean, though, with whale skulls.
Yes. Do I want to acknowledge though? Nah.
I'm
Bee Wizard, you are way too late indeed.
Yeah.
We are forcing flocking participants to learn whales. But it's also really funny how two beaked whales got into a flocking back to back.
awesome.
This thing is comically wide.
This is one of these situations where I wish there was like more photographic stuff on beaked whales in general. because I'm getting a really it's really hard to grasp in general, like the shape to expect to come out of this.
Even seeing a skeleton in person, it doesn't make it any easier.
No, it doesn't. You need like the direct comparison of living animal or freshly dead animal and the skeletal. There's quite a bit of artwork of beaked whales out there, but they're all like boring lateral view.
Just like a criminally understudied group of animals.
I mean, yeah, though it's understandable why they're so understudied.
Yeah, try
Can't
to
really
study them.
get to them.
Oh, Captain Shululu. These guys would be. It would be a sort of bluntish rostrum, going like as soon as it like hits the. I guess like where the end of the back teeth would be if this was a fully toothed odontocete. It like flares out, becomes wide.
Like some
Time
other
check.
beaked whales, this guy actually has decently normal proportions, which is nice.
What was that, Raven?
Time check.
13 minutes 50 seconds.
I changed perspective halfway through, so this might look kind of wonky.
Bleh.
What if he was evil and had evil proportions?
Evil perspective.
I mean, yeah, it's a whale. It's going to be evil.
No,
With
no.
a whale.
No, we're not doing that sort of stuff here.
We're not Tier Zoo.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it, but
Oh, also of note, we don't have we don't have the full pre-maxilla for this guy, so the rostrum does extend a few centimeters past where it does in the fossil.
I mean,
The
we have it
holotype.
in the SP one that
No.
I posted.
Ooh.
It's just not in the holotype. I don't know why they did it as SP. I would need to check again, but it's weird. I don't usually see that in description paper.
This is a very special whale.
How small the fins are on beaked whales.
Schmollig. Just little guys.
This shall be foreshadowing for we will spin Pisco tomorrow.
Yes. This is true.
No.
You will draw. You have to draw more beaked whales. But these ones will be significantly more normal because they're basal.
Probably at least one from Pisco that's not as basal. Like it isn't super basal.
Basal? More like based.
This is true.
Based on what?
On these shrimps that fried this rice.
You tell me a beaked whale fried this way.
Yeah.
Like from what I remember about the age of Pisco, like this and most the whales from that the paper that describes this guy would be pretty similar ages.
True, but also like Ziphius and Ziphius.
Yes, but no. But yes,
I can
but no.
remember are recovered as very basal in most phylogenies. Like just like Ziphius is like just like a branch more derived than Ziphius. Very basal.
Seven minutes.
This is like the Quartz XKCD comic. Some people. Only
I mean,
have a
that's
few-
basically every stream.
This is true.
Yeah.
Which is why I earlier like brought back the thing with, oh yeah, by the way, the lower jaw is like this, and you,
I mean,
because not everyone is familiar with beaked whale anatomy.
I mean, like in terms of this server, I'm actually like not knowledgeable at all. But like I joined recently I joined another Paleo server that's clearly for a different public, and I suddenly became like one of the most knowledgeable people there. So yeah, it's crazy how niche you can get.
Yeah, no, it's interesting, like interacting with like on conferences and stuff with like certain experts and so on, and then oftentimes I feel like, oh my god, I basically know nothing, and then I have to interact with like wider public or in general people that aren't as knowledgeable, and suddenly I feel like, wow, do I have a PhD or something? And it's dangerous too.
Yeah.
You can get way too high on your own fumes.
Yeah, but
It's
person's
one of those
probably
things where like there's so much to know that you sort of get like different levels pretty easily.
Can we get a time check?
We have 5 minutes left.
It's not too bad.
It's a smooth creature. Not too much texture that goes into it.
The proportions off of the SP skull, and I somehow made the rostrum too short and also the melon too large, independently of one another, and I had to change the proportions of both. I couldn't even just like change the proportions of the melon and call it a day.
Would the dusks be visible?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
though-
I need to draw the dusks.
Just make sure it's sexually dimorphic trait, right?
It is a sexually dimorphic trait, yes.
Usually
So you
is.
don't need to show them. You don't need to show them if you don't want to.
Personally, I believe Terracetus had Intelladon-like projections that get used to battle.
Okay, so I'm not going to show them.
It's optional.
The Theodon of the ocean.
This is true.
Ooh, actually,
Like the
something.
Carnotaurus of the ocean.
I will take this completely seriously. And
I'll spread the word.
spread the word.
The word was bird.
No. No.
A bird, bird, bird. A bird
Bird,
is a
bird,
word.
bird.
A
Bird,
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 bird.
bird. A bird is a word.
It's any word but that.
Activating Raven like a sleeper agent.
I hate that beaked whale mouths like curve upwards near the back.
I think that's actually a pretty cool trait
Like why?
because they suction feed.
Yeah. But why would you do that?
Back. 1 minute 20 seconds.
be so weird if these guys were still dolphins. Like there's an entire classification of dolphins whose sole purpose in life is to go down to the sea floor and suck up things.
Maybe they're not delphinids.
Well, yeah, but they were originally placed in dolphin.
It makes sense.
Before Ziphidae became its own group, yeah.
Honestly, they just sort of are long dolphins. I don't follow
Long.
people.
What if dolphins were better? You get Ziphids.
Also, it's wild how diverse beaked whales are. Like, it's a very large percentage of toothed whale diversity.
Of whale diversity in general.
Yeah.
Time's up.
I heard it. I heard it.
We're gonna force Paleostream to draw beaked whales until morale improves.
I'm not sure beaked whales are the best way to improve morale.
No, they're not.
Oh my god. We had the same idea. That's awesome.
Having seen General during the poll, and with that same morale is improving.
See, at least someone's morale was improved by the whale.
I like the whale.
See, this is why we gotta force people to draw beaked whales, because it improves their general whale anatomy. You gotta learn basic whale anatomy to learn what's wrong with beaked whales.
Much.
Everything. They're so messed up.
They're beautiful.
One day they will no longer exist.
He was forced to draw a beaked whale from barely any material when he was walking.
I mean, that's the most fossil thing.
Like, if your main gripe with Pterocetus is that it's just cranial material, do I have news for you, buddy?
I have news.
That's
The collection bias.
I'd probably hazard to say that most fossil cetaceans are known primarily from cranial material.
Oh yeah, some of them just from ear bones.
At least we aren't doing Jean Juxitas.
The next suggestion.
It doesn't even look like a whale.
Isn't that a mammalodonted? Am I misremembering?
Nah. The
Have you
best
seen
whale out
this,
there is
it
the
had
Oh, good.
basal mystici.
the best whale out there is still Macaracetus.
I personally prefer. What is my favorite? I'd probably say Zuphia delphus. It's pretty cool. Very long whale. Very long rostrum.
Okay, chat expansion. Whoop. Let's have a look what people post. Starting with Ultraruser, who did a portrait of it coming out of the water here. Very nice. Loving the jet black coloration and all the scarring you can see all over it. Excellent work. After that, Andriano. With this lovely little creature. I feel like the mouse doesn't quite work. Like that looks a little bit different in beaked whales overall.
I mean, probably I don't understand much about big whales. Like every image I look up looks different from the previous one. But yeah.
They are a little cookie crazy. But yeah, no, it is recognizable as beaked whale. Then we have Hussein. Anatomy check, please. I think you made a little bit too short snouted. Could be baby.
Rostrum's very it's quite fat, and the blowhole on beaked whales is a crescent shape, which would be a very like noticeably crescent when it's closed and underwater.
Next up, Vex here with a very white one. Very cool, very cool. I feel like it's the head a little bit too tall based on the skull, but so that again, I know there can be a lot of soft tissue still on top of the skull. Yeah, I don't know. These guys are freaks. Velociraptor doing the only sensible thing, killing it and having it partially buried in sand. I feel like these markings on the belly don't make that much sense. It's usually not kind of pattern you see in whales, like these very symmetrical stripes / spots. But otherwise, yeah. Whale on beach, I guess. Then a genius, wish the little flipper boy. Look at him. Very fun. I feel like the melon could be a little more pronounced. Looks a little bit underdeveloped in the moment, I would say. And the torso is a little bit too much, like gradually going into the tail. Let me.
Yeah, most cetaceans have a very pronounced
Yeah.
bump in their like their body between the torso and where the tail starts.
Yeah, you can in this photograph here. You can see it kind of. You see, like basically it's not like one long shape. I mean it is, but you can see like it's like two ovals stacked into each other in a way. Like, and here roughly where the so a cloaca would be, like there's a cutoff point, like tail, torso, and head and neck, and it's like connected. Let me zoom out because I think it's not quite visible on stream otherwise. Check again. Yes, now it should be visible. So yeah, here This is basically the tail area, and this is torso plus head, which forms more of an a shape than the tail. Yeah, so although there's no longer any visible hind limbs, the basic bow plan of the vertebrate body is still there, and recognizable. Yeah, and like as in most whales, you have like these raised crests here on the tail too, which make like it less of a gradual decline, and so the whole thing is still quite tall until the end, and then only then here on the fluke it really constricts down. Okay, then Octolus with a frontal view portrait here of this guy. What an absolute goober! I feel like you made the melon a little bit too wide. Looking at these modern day beaked whales, then I'm not sure I have seen frontal views of beaked whales. Oh wait, no, there's one. Let me open it on stream here. There we go. You can see here like the melon being in the center, and then the orbits coming out sideways of it. So it's not like one big shape that is forming. Instead, you have the melon in the middle and side protrusions. This definitely improves the morale. Excellent. Very good, very good. Then there we go with Sleepy T-Rex, with our Pterocetus enjoying the sunset, apparently. Beautiful. Very nice. Very good. It do be beaked whale. Dyer doing another portrait here with a nice little tusk here at the front. Ignore this, we shall. Yeah. That is looking beaked whale. I would say. And there is a Raven with her interpretation of this fantastic beast and where to find it. Looks pretty good. I think like for a beaked whale, the head is a little bit large. These guys have pretty small heads. Then again, this is a basal one, so and we only have the skull, so who knows how the proportion of these guys were back in the Miocene.
The dorsal fin is very far back.
True, yeah, and the dorsal fin is a little bit far.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep,
It's
I see that now,
like that's the dorsal fin is basically at a hip region where tail and torso meet. So like around here. Then a wool swarm by Cheesy Cerato. My God, it looks a little bit like they're falling into a vortex in Doctor Who. What I recommend you is the deeper the animals are in down there, also color them more bluish, like until they're basically blue silhouettes. Color is lost underwater very, very fast with depth. So going in and like you don't even have to paint over them. There are tools to recolor stuff like that, or modes for your brushes. Not sure what you're using. But yeah, that's something I would recommend. The head looks again a little bit larger on these guys, a little bit blobbish maybe, but I mean you're doing a lot of these guys, so yeah. Then Sorops with a portrait. He was forced to repeat from Paris. That is a mood. That is a mood indeed. I think you made the melon size-wise quite nice. It's a little bit too smoothly transitioning into the rostrum here, I feel. Beaked whales yeah, it's not as abrupt as in like bottlenose dolphins, but there's still like there's like not as a the heads are not triangles. Let's just say that.
There's always a small divot between the melon and the rostrum.
Yeah. Eam Cypress next here with, oh my god. The Demon of Babylon. I think you're pretty good for the most part, except for the eyes. The eyes are forward facing, which is not the case in whales.
I think it would be cooler if they looked like this, honestly.
I think
Also,
nobody would want to go into the water if they looked like that.
It's,
Also, beaked
Why is
whales,
Stephen doing here?
beaked whales don't really breach like that.
This is a basal one. Who cares?
It is not.
It's fair enough. Fair.
It's more basal.
Right out
It's crown group, very much so.
crown group.
I don't care. It's fine. We observe beaked whales so rarely. How do we even want to know if they don't do that relatively often?
Well, we know that they do breach. It's just that this is very flexible for a beaked whale. Like,
Yeah.
he's very
I
good- he's
I
very good at that.
that
yeah, this one goes to Pilates.
Mm.
I just think it's the eyes. The eyes. These goddamn eyes. Your Venator is next with a little watercolor piece. You're very nice here with the big, like, darker color regions on the body and stuff. Very fun, very cool. Nice. And then what the fuck have you done here, lolpie? Clearly, this is a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy reference. I appreciate it. Very good. Anyway, Captain Trululu with a basking shark trying to suck in some beaked whales apparently. I'm not sure basking shark would be confused like this.
Yeah, I was
But,
gonna say,
This is
that's
yeah,
a
good.
yeah.
4-meter animal. This is a 4-meter animal.
This is a
That's
fucking
small.
huge basking shark then. Or we are looking at calves. But who knows? Very fun image nonetheless. Thank you, Lolpie. And Ingvar coming in with 3 little sketches here, doing thumbnail sketches. I see. Nice. With the Pterocetus down here, also breaching. Very fun. Cool beans. And there's JW with Pterocetus going for a dive. Nice. It's just hovering there, menacingly. Very cool coloration. And there's Avi with a portrait. Ooh, lovely. Very cool. Lots of tiny tusks and the white face with a darkish snoot tip here on the lower jaw. Very cool. Absolute cinema. There's Aberrantologist. But where's the Ramphosika? Indeed, where is the Ramphosika? Where is it? Nope, nobody could ever tell me. And I asked many people. I think the lower jaw could be a little bit deeper, I feel. Or just like have it like less concave here. In this part and more like straight.
Yeah.
Straight connecting to the around the eye, like going down, but no, otherwise that Juby beaked whale. Nice. Oh, and there's a casual soap muncher with another interpretation. Look at him go with the tiny flippers. Nice. Beaked whale breaching. Ah, there we get some references. Nice. And update by a genius. Yes, that brings it across a little bit better. I think still think of it more like two ovals stacked into each other. Yes, your torso and plus head and stuff is one, but the tail is also one. So making it less pointy overall. But yes, this is going in the right direction. Nice. And there is Petite with her beautiful Pterocetus just splashing around in the surf. My god.
Feels like
Oh my god,
a
Avi is
lot of
already
people-
coming in with a hongshu. Look at the little hongshu. Beautiful.
It feels
Okay.
like a lot of people made the snout way too small because they made it the length of the incomplete one.
I'm not sure honestly because looking at the paratype or referred material doesn't really look like it has the same proportions.
Yeah, I mean,
Suppose
even
specimens.
if you look at the holotype, that does not look almost complete. That looks like it's missing quite a bit.
No, I'm not.
I mean, I'm just going to say, if you guys are going to vote for another big whale next week, please make a guide beforehand so we can finally figure out how to draw
Okay.
this.
That is a fair point. Yeah.
If I suggest another beaked whale, I will be working on a guide this week for that. For all of
Yeah,
the
or
lovely
at least a
folks who are
package
not
of
going
references
that.
to use.
Yeah.
That would be very nice. Okay, let's reduce chat. And have a look over at the last thing what we do tonight. Pterosaur time. Celeste Ventus.
I will be taking my leave then. Have a good night.
Good
I was here
night.
for the whale. And then I left.
We return to the Triassic.
Indeed.
The original description has a nice diagram of the skull. Me.
Yep, there's also the 3D print of the skull, although it has been pointed out that this divot in the skull might be a little bit too pronounced in the 3D print.
Oh my gosh, old Sassy skeletal. Don't let Sassy see that you posted that.
No. Sassy must know.
At Sassy.
Yeah, sure.
Another skull reconstruction out there is this one, which I think so far appears to be the most reasonable. It has a slight divot there, but it's not that pronounced. It's a good middle ground, I think, based
Sort of a
on the
mix
fossil. Yeah.
Sort of a mix between the original papers and that skull recon or the 3D
Yeah.
model.
Yeah, beyond the skull, as you can see, there isn't really much anything. A little bit of the wing finger. That's basically it. But yeah, it was quite a bit of a surprise when this guy was published, because we didn't really have anything from North America from this time until that point, and Dimorphodontids overall are rare in the fossil record. There is basically Dimorphodon, and then a little bit of scraps here and there. This guy
Yeah,
is from a desert. It's important. From the Nugget Sandstone. I think it was it Arizona?
Let me check. I'm already on the Wikipedia page.
Oh no, it is Nugget Sandstone goes through Colorado, Idaho, Wyoming, and Utah.
Oh wow, this is the only non-ichno fossil here.
Yeah, there's a
Really
bunch of
named.
ichno fossils. I remember few years back, there were quite a few of abstracts about a whole new fauna coming out of the Nugget Sandstones. Among them also Trypanosaurs and stuff, which have me still very excited. But yeah, for the moment in the literature, when you look for it, it's mostly known for footprints that were found here. But yeah, apparently not the only stuff coming out of these localities. Which is very cool. Beyond skull, when it comes to the postcranial anatomy, you can expect basically Dimorphodon. The animal is relatively small for a pterosaur, but still quite a sizable animal. Like the skull is basically the size of a human head. Head is proportionally large, a little bit larger than the torso, most likely. Interesting with Dimorphodons, we know this from Dimorphodon itself at least, is that they have claws that are partially retractable. They have tiny bones in their toes that are, or fingers that are similar to what we see in cats.
What?
Yes.
I mean, sure, why not?
And it might hint to like a greater mobility in the claws and how they can flex them. It was probably not like this quite the same as in cats, but it has been suggested that animals like Dimorphodon were relatively well adapted for living on the ground and for climbing. And being found here in a desert also fits that. These guys are certainly not like your Triassic or early Jurassic gulls, as you oftentimes see proposed for other pterosaurs. Yeah, Sagi, stop it. But yeah, before we do our last and most certainly most beautiful creature for tonight, I will have to depart for a second because the cats are annoying me to hell and back for a few minutes now to get some snacks.
Into their desires.
I will have to fulfill their wishes. Back soon.
You could add Sassy if you so desire. Maybe you can wake him up for him to only see his skeletals. One day they will redescribe that Mexican material. One day.
Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Actually, before we start, I wanted to quickly do a little drawing of a whale. How I oftentimes imagine that. What I mean with the stacked ovals. I usually think of whales like this for the torso, and then head attached, and then a second, basically. Connecting here. That's roughly how it usually works. But enough of that. Let us look at pterosaurs. Woohoo! The goodest of creatures. I hope everybody is ready. I see Antriano posting Dimorphodon skeletal drawings too.
Yep.
I forgot how.
Oh, Petite asking forward-facing fingers or backward-facing fingers. I am not sure at this point, as there is this paper that came out some time ago calling into question these long-tailed pterosaur tracks from France, if they really are pterosaur tracks. So, yeah. Go whatever you want at this point. I am not certain anymore. Okay, let us start with Celestiventus in 1, 2, 3, go. Also, something fun for people who pay attention to stuff like this is that they have a little crest on the lower jaw.
Yes.
True.
And it's actually something they nicely show in the dinosaurs, where this guy got recently its Paleomedia debut.
Which it looks pretty good.
Oh yeah, there's also stuff with how the patagium works on the hind legs. Would that be good to mention?
Oh, true. That is something that only recently was really published on. The patagium would be connected to the tail.
Is connected to the tail. Okay.
Yes. After being for a long time proposed to be not connected to the tail, there's a newer paper that goes into depth on that front, and it says, yeah, no. apparently would be connected.
If only paleontologists could make up their minds.
Horrible, I know.
Well, since this seemed to work and I'm not having any crashing issues so far, I'm going to let other people know if you're on Mac and using Affinity, definitely turn off hardware acceleration because that seems to be the cause of most of my crashing issues.
Oh boy. That is good to know.
Also, there's a setting for your autosaves. I set it to every 45 seconds instead of
Oh,
every
boy.
300 seconds. It was set to every 10 minutes or so, every 5 minutes, 300 seconds. So
Oh yeah, what about the beak? Like how would that work in Dimorphodon and this guy?
Probably not. Maybe a tiny bit at the very tip.
Yeah, I was gonna say we have that with Rhamphorhynchus.
Yeah. A tiny Rhamphorhynchus, but on the upper jaw, but like nothing really on the lower jaw indicating that.
I do oftentimes see like other people's reconstructions. Not very often, but sometimes I'll see where they completely conceal the teeth at the very front. I feel like that would be kind of hard to justify.
Yeah, I don't think the
Something.
actually I don't remember how they did it in the dinosaurs. Which is quite interesting. No, actually they do conceal them. I oftentimes, because the teeth are very pronounced in Celeste Ventus at the front, I think it's reasonable to have them exposed towards the front. and because they also like appear to be relatively splayed out there,
Yeah.
but then having them concealed towards the back.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing.
Nine minutes, 50 seconds. Yeah.
Oh, what a silly dude. I just saw your drawing.
It is a silly dude. The silliest.
I just realized we had two things today that are really nice, but are like the only thing known from their formation.
True. I mean, fingers crossed it doesn't stay that way. Especially this guy's formation is actively worked on.
Time check.
5 minutes.
How would they hold their feet during flight? I always forget with these guys.
Oh gosh. Have to draw it facing each other, palms
Okay.
facing each other, or up, palms up.
Okay, that was the one that like I saw references for. Just wanted to make sure if they were good or not.
Yeah. Although I think like palms facing each other is more likely. One minute. Oh boy, I looked too much into the details and now I have to still draw a wing. And time's up. Time to post and save.
Especially that one.
Ah, what a goober. Ah, you can really tell from looking at the images of Celeste Ventus and the dinosaurs. Yeah, that's a Mark Whitten design.
Yeah, it's cool that he did work for it.
Yeah. Also, it's quite smart, the design overall, by having like the fur coming like over the ridge of the snout. It's concealing the uncertainties of the exact geometry of the skull. So yeah, if that is so it has this divot in there, but you can't really tell if it is like because of Pycno fibers or if it is actually skull shape underneath.
No, I know there's something I didn't do. Hang on just a second. I replaced the lines or something. Deleted.
Woohoo. Okay. Let's see what people posted. Starting with Roadrunner from Mel, who did a little Celeste Ventus in from above or from below. I'm not quite sure. Flying after some insects here. Generic bugs. Yes. Getting that juicy protein here. I think I would have made the wings a little bit shorter. Dimorphodontids have relatively short wings for pterosaurs. They are funny like that. Next, Anteriano here with a little beast just walking there. Let's have this one up actually. Pretty good, pretty nice. I would give a little bit more muscles to the limbs. They look very, very spindly right now. Yes, we don't have some for this guy, but a little bit more beef on there would be appropriate, I think. Nice pose and everything. I think the proportions are pretty good. Let me compare. I feel like the limbs could be slightly longer too. But yeah, no, otherwise, very good. Then a genius with a little guy here, just sitting there, looking at us. Very nice. I think the head looks a little bit too massive. It's hard to describe. I feel like it's a little bit too wide at the front, just slightly. But yeah, otherwise, very nice. Again, like I think it needs a little bit more like muscle in the, especially in the humerus here, and a little bit more. It's hard to describe. The gesture in which the arms are drawn isn't quite reflecting the movability and how the joints work and stuff. But otherwise, pretty good, I think. Also, you made the tail relatively flexible. Let me check. I wouldn't make it as flexible. These guys don't have the super stiffened tail that you see later on, like in stuff like Rhamphorhynchus, but it was already quite stiff. Similar to some more basal dromaeosaurs probably. So you can give it a slight curve in there, but for the most part it was probably a more flexible rod they had there. Like, that's usually the thing with flying animals. If they have a tail, it's a stiffened structure. They don't really have to like think much about like how to handle it. That doesn't really flop or anything, because otherwise it just becomes a hindrance in the air. In Cyprus, with this funny little guy sitting on a branch, very cool. I love the filaments and blue colors on the face here. That's a very fun idea. I think the neck looks a little bit long, maybe. Could be a little bit more fused into the overall structure of the body too. Like, these guys would be probably quite streamlined. And I feel like the arms are a little bit short. I'm missing a little bit the metacarpals here, a little bit. And again, I would make them slightly more beefy, these arms. These guys were active flyers already. When you look at the skeletal of Dimorphodon, yes, the animal, it doesn't look like much, but there are quite large attachments for muscles and stuff on these guys already. Octolus coming in with a portrait, going all out in colors, I see. Very cool. I love the contrast between the red lower jaw with the crest and then the blue throat. That is very fun. And then the yellow around the eye. Very cool. idea indeed. And Hussein here, ooh, with some aerial acrobatics. What the fuck is happening with its claws? Why does it have sickle claws like a raptor? Oh boy. Also very very cool prey item here that it's apparently hitting. It totally looking as unsuspecting. I would ask where you put the tail, but I assume you forgot about it, didn't have time, or it's like hidden behind the head, thingy here, the wing, something like that. But you should certainly give it a Europatagium stretched between the hind limbs. That's an important one. Okay, Cheesy Serato coming in with this beautiful little piece. I love the shading and stuff you did on the heads. This soft lighting and stuff. Very cool. And it's a very colorful tail vein it has here. Very nicely done. In terms of composition, I would be careful here with a branch. From afar, it looks a little bit like the branch and the tail are like one structure because they are lining so perfectly. It's one of what we call an unfortunate tangent. Something what I would, for example, recommend: either make the branch like go out in a different direction or place the branch a little bit differently, so it doesn't like align this much, and it becomes like visually confusing, stuff like that. Jura Venator, that is a very nice little species portrait. I love the colorations, the patterns and stuff, very nice. This is an awesome little species portrait. Then, Ultra Loser, getting lots of bangers tonight. I love the ruffled white plumage around head and neck here. That is very cool. Reminds me of certain African hornbills. Very nice. At least I think they are in the family of hornbills, what I have in mind right now. Very cool. Also with a orangey chin crest here. Nicely done indeed. What are they eating there? Dead lepidosaur, some sort. Could be also dead Drepanosaur. I mean, we know they are from here, or is Phenacodontians apparently too. Then there is Raven with this beautiful little creature. It's going squawk. Very appropriate. Nice. I think the wing finger could be a little bit longer, but otherwise this looks very cool. Nicely muscled torso and limbs. Here, good stuff. Good stuff. Also interesting shape here on the tail vein. Little bit like Rhamphorhynchus, but different, like an arrow. Good stuff. Velociraptor with this little more minimalistic take. Celestiventus at night, flying in front of the moon. It looks suspiciously like cheese. I have to say, this head doesn't quite come across as a Dimorphodontid in the moment. It's a little bit too small, a little bit too roundish. It looks from afar a little bit too much like an Anurognacid, I would say. Needs a little bit of polish, I would say. But no, very fun little composition. And Sleepy T-Rex with these pterosaurs. Feeling the love tonight, apparently, after seeing that cheesy moon beforehand. Very cool. Very nice. We know next to nothing about pterosaur reproduction, so there's lots of fun things to speculate about. Zorops, behold my son. It is an ugly bastard. I love him. Look at this cheeky little guy. And I specifically mean its cheeks. You gave quite a bit of soft tissue here. Nice stuff. Also going after a buck in the moment, apparently. Good. Yep. I think you made the... hard to tell. I feel like the arm is slightly too long or tight, slightly too lanky. There could be a little bit more muscles again in there, but no. Otherwise, a very nice Celeste Ventus. And then we have a flying guy here by JW. Very cool contrast here. I love the very dark greenish body, and then having the nearly black stuff just before it hits the yellow. That is such a nice and pleasing thing to do. It's always effective. And it's going after some cricket here.
In Elkanid,
Ooh,
which I've been
Nice,
thinking about
nice.
because there's some close relatives tomorrow for tomorrow's stream.
oh god, I feel like I'm still not ready. We'll see. But yeah, good. And then there is a soap muncher here with this little guy. What an absolute goober. Because you like scrunched it up a little bit, you really see how big the head is. I feel you might have actually made it slightly too large. A rare sentence when it comes to pterosaurs. Either that or the neck looks a little bit short, but it might be the perspective. But nonetheless, very nicely done. Loves the pose and stuff. Oh, and there is Petite with Celeste Ventus at night. This is maybe inspired by certain photographies of like animals at a watering hole at night. I feel like this looks.
It looks like I think it was a lion or something like that.
I know. Yeah. I know. Also, like
This is
lions.
based off of.
Yeah. Lions like drinking at night from watering hole. Looks familiar. Really nice soft tissue here with a little scrunkly crest and these big eyebrows. Ooh, also with like eyelashes and stuff. Nice. And you nicely show like the raised claws here. Good stuff. Ooh, and there's Avi. Yes. I love the floof on the snoot. Good stuff. We are very happy to have you back, Avi. Always a delight to see your interpretations. And these rocky outcrops here suit this guy really well. Nice pattern here also on the back that goes onto the wings. Very cool indeed. There is Hussein with the tail. My god, this thing looks even more panicked now. I gave it more skin because I felt generous. Thank you very much, Hussein. And there's Aberrantologist with another portrait here. I very much like the playing around with the plumage here in the little divot we have in front of the eyes. That is a fun little take on the whole thing. Nicely done. And anything else? Nope. With that, we reach the end of what people have posted tonight. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Let me disable this. And what is left to do for me is let's have a quick last look over the things we covered tonight. Bloop, 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 bloop. Open as layers. Now it takes a second to load in. Or not at all. Damn. Why does it was so fast this time? Well, not complaining. We started tonight with Lotosaurus, one of the weird basal pseudosuchians from the Triassics that we have like 20,000 of. After that, Mitriacanthosaurus, a very poorly understood and fragmentary Mitriacanthosaurus, the first of them all. That we have. Then Pterocetus, a very interesting beaked whale from the probably Miocene. And last but not least, Celestiventus, a Triassic pterosaur from the Nugget Sandstone dunes of the US. Okay, this would be everything for our guys. Thank you all for being here, and see you potentially tomorrow when we have a look at the Elmo locality within the Wellington Formation, which has an enormous diversity of invertebrates, but also some other stuff. You will see. Okay. Good night, everyone, and bye-bye.